Queen, 98.7 WFGR, 9 o'clock on the money on a Friday, which means it's time for Less Than News with a female perspective.
That's
We've
right.
brought Blanche back in. We should start calling you
Blanche.
Blanche.
Uh-huh.
Blanche is back. How are you?
I am lovely, thanks.
Look at you, showed up with birthday presents for Dave
Thank
and
you
everything.
so much. The gifts just keep on coming. It's not even my birthday anymore.
I can't believe how they just laud you everywhere you go.
You got the
get
Doritos
gifts,
and chocolate milk and
you get cookies,
peanut butter
and
Snickers.
cake, and you got it all going on. What is it? Is it a shirt?
it is.
You know.
No, okay. Now we've got. I had Carol. We had the office manager say it's a girl's shirt because of the sleeves,
It is
and
the
you said the
sleeves.
sleeves. But then I had the young 20-something cute intern from the Free Beer and Hot Wings show said she liked my shirt.
Well, she wants a job.
Okay.
She thinks you've got
That's
some
right.
pull around here.
She's going to suck up to anything.
Okay. No. So you think she wasn't being honest? She doesn't
No.
really like the shirt. She
No.
just. So, but maybe the problem is I'm wearing a shirt that's too young for me. It's too young for a 41-year-old man should not be wearing a creamsicle-colored shirt with short sleeves.
Let me ask you this. At any point in your conversation with the intern girl, did she say, I'll see you at college night tomorrow night?
No.
She didn't. Because you tend to go to those things, don't you?
Okay. No, I haven't been to those since my mid-30s.
Oh, wow.
I stopped going to college night when I was 34.
I'll say the shirt shows off his rippling biceps.
I know.
I say that dripping with sarcasm.
Actually, you know what? Look at his arms. They're really not bad. Flex up
No,
once.
they're not. Oh, well, wow, when you do that.
He's got quite a show going on there.
That's
Now
what
you
it
make-
is.
Now
He's
you
trying
make
to
me
show off.
self-conscious.
That's why he's called
All
the
right.
dessert cart in some circles.
I think he bought it at International Mail,
No,
the catalog.
I'm not even going to say where I bought the shirt.
Is it a
I'm
good,
not going to say where I bought it.
is it a Goodwill shirt?
I'm not going to. No, it wasn't a Goodwill. It was. Never mind.
Where'd you get
I'm
it?
not going to tell you where
Tell
I
me
got
where-
it.
tell
No,
me where you
I
got
won't.
that.
No.
What's
Because
that logo on the front? Do you know what that logo is, Blanche?
What is this?
Is that an
Ameri-
eagle?
Is that
American
Yeah, I think
Eagle?
this is an American Eagle shirt, but that's not where I bought the shirt.
Oh, no?
Yeah, look at it.
Oh,
Is it-
no.
It is. It's an American Eagle.
Okay,
I
there
just
you
dug
go.
his shirt open.
Okay,
All right.
but that's not where I got it.
Sorry if
didn't.
I
I
nailed
didn't
you.
get it. Yeah.
Goodwill.
All right. No, it wasn't Goodwill. All right.
Roll the news.
All right, let's get into it. Nothing has kept viewers tuning into Price is Right for 4 decades, quite like the spectacle of watching a tourist play an oversized board game to win a new car. Now, 3 years ago, the show gave away a Tesla Roadster,
Ooh.
which was the most valuable car ever until today, when as part of the show's Big Money Week, host Drew Carey revealed the biggest prize in the show's history, a 570 horsepower Ferrari
Are you kidding?
458 Spider. The contestant Therese had to play 3 strikes, a game where the player draws numbers from a bag and matches the digits to the car's price in order to avoid getting that dreaded red strike. When the Price is Right contestant first started pulling numbers from a bag for Bob Barker, the cars only had 4-digit prices, with the Ferrari's sticker price $285,716 and 3 strikes. Therese's odds were slightly better than the typical contestant.
Remember back in the day where
Congratulations.
Bob Barker would walk out and it's a new car. It's the 1983 Chevy Citation.
Right.
Yeah, it's a 1976 Chevy Chevette.
How about a nice Pinto?
How would you like a Vega?
I'm looking at a picture of this car, though, and I'm going to tell you what. I could use something like this.
Is there a picture of the winner? Was she worthy, or
She
was
didn't
she
win.
some like?
No,
oh,
she ended up
was
striking out.
Hausfrau.
Yeah,
oh,
she
okay.
didn't win,
All
but
right, well, good. She doesn't deserve it.
would you keep it if you won it, Tish?
Would
or
I?
Blanche?
I would have to put. I don't know what the taxes would be
See,
on
that's-
it.
I would sell it.
You would sell
I
it?
would sell it in a heartbeat. Yes.
Maybe I'd drive it
Dude,
around
I got
bit.
I got a Pontiac Sunfire. What do I need with the
A Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Yeah. I can tell you this. I might end up selling it, but you can bet there would be some fun had between Muskegon and Grand Rapids
Oh,
for a
for
week.
sure.
I would drive it to go get the 4th hubcap for my Sunfire. That's
I don't
all.
know. It's almost as sexy as my minivan.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you know,
it doesn't get sexier than a minivan.
It doesn't.
How many child seats do you have in the minivan?
just one.
Just
and
the
it's
one?
a booster.
Okay, it's a boost. Okay, so
I can easily toss it out the window, if I have to.
right.
Wow. I could use a Ferrari. But you know what I heard today? They're doing this Big Money Week today, and they're going to play Plinko today with the opportunity to win $500,000.
Oh, and I love Plinko.
Who doesn't love Plinko?
Wow.
I know.
Right? It's like,
Hey, that's why I just like the name Plinko. My
Say it
favorite
3
part.
times fast.
Plinko, Plinko, Plinko.
Nice. All right, what's next?
Well, according to a survey by AshleyMadison.com, when men are having an affair, they're most likely to take women to dinner at a chain restaurant or
my
a steakhouse at least 20 miles from home. Here are the top 5. Top 5 places for taking your mistress.
All right, let's find out here if Tisha or if Blanche.
Okay,
Sorry,
Blanche, if you've ever been to any one of these steakhouses,
if Blanche here would.
Morton's, Ruth's Chris. These are high,
Wow.
This is high end
Ruth's Chris.
stuff.
That is high end.
Houston's, P.F. Chang's, and the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
Of those, if you were to have an affair,
Yeah.
And you were taken to one of them.
and you were taking one, which one would you say, okay, honey, we
Ruth
got
Chris.
to go. You'd go to Ruth's Chris.
Oh, yeah. I
Okay.
thought you were going to say like Olive Garden
No.
and
Sizzler.
Applebee's. But, oh, yeah, I do Ruth
Applebee's
Chris.
is solid. I think that's good. Them's good eats.
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have, like,
you're
pot
having an
stickers?
affair-
If you're having, well, here's the thing: is if you're
Better
having an affair,
fork out some cash.
Well, I think if you're having an affair, Arby's drive-through is fine. Here you go. There's your chicken sandwich.
Arby,
It's good stuff, man. I get
Remind me not to have an affair with you,
Okay.
Dave.
No, you don't. You don't like the club. You don't like the club sandwich. No.
Look, I'm
thank
buying you a turnover. What more do you
Yeah.
want?
I mean,
Let's go back to my place. Oh, wait, we can't.
oh, that hurts. Hey, my mom's not gonna be home till 5:30. All right. According to a new survey, 1 in 10 people never tell their significant other they love them.
Oh.
For couples
that's
that
terrible.
do say it, the most common time is Saturday night at 10 p.m.
When they're getting busy.
And you've had that
Had that sixth beer and you're,
that sixth natural light.
That third scotch.
honey, I don't care about them dogs under the trailer. I love you.
You're the best ever.
How about you? Are you and your husband? Are you?
I love yous all the time.
Always. In fact, I sometimes get upset with him because he says it so much.
Really?
Yes.
Now, see,
And it's sweet, but after a while, it's like, honey, I know you love me.
right. It makes it less special.
It does. It kind of does. But
What about
I
you?
know it. I
Every
know
time we're apart, anytime
Yeah.
we leave each other. Oh yeah.
What if,
first
like-
first thing in the morning too.
it. Morning,
Very first
Okay,
thing.
that's sweet.
night,
Okay,
random texts throughout the
Yeah.
day.
Yep.
What about if you're going to the store to pick up, some brats? Honey, I'm gonna go get some brats.
All right.
I love you.
See you in a few minutes.
See, I
Love
love you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
to me that starts to become a little too much, and it starts to diminish the meaning a little bit.
I agree. Dave.
But here's the thing. Even with a drive to the store, you have no idea what can happen.
True.
You
You get
know,
wiped out.
You could get wiped out on the corner at your street by
Right.
somebody driving. Who knows? But and
Okay.
you know what? That's one of those things you just don't want to leave unsaid.
True.
All right.
You
That's
don't
how I
wanna
look
say-
at it.
Screw you, I'm going to get brats. So it does sound much nicer. Like, I love you, I'm going
What
to get
was the
brats.
last thing you heard from Mrs. Blanche?
Bite
She
me.
said, "Screw you. I'm going to get brats."
Oh my God. Ever wonder what would happen if an entire pro sports team died in a plane crash?
Yes, I do. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Me too.
The
It's funny.
leagues all have contingency plans in place for that situation. Now, in the NBA and Major League Baseball, the team would get to draft players off the other teams, but those teams could protect their best players, kind of like if they're having an expansion draft. In the NFL, the team would probably just have their season canceled and get the top college draft pick. That's all they have in play. Because you think about it, with all the airline travel these teams do,
Yeah.
we've never had a major pro sports team actually
Most of them, though, fly private.
right.
So, you can't really lump it in with, commercial travel, which
Right.
is, but then again, if they're all on one flight, then you got the problem on your hands.
Well, yeah, that movie We Are Marshall that came out a few years back. Do you remember that, Blanche?
No.
Matthew McConaughey. Well, that was based on the 1970 plane crash that killed the entire Marshall football team.
Yeah.
And then we had a guy actually call in.
Yeah, he's right here. Hang
Yeah.
on. Hey, pal, you're on the air.
Hey, I wanted to call you again. There was a minor league hockey team. I know he said professional level. That a bunch of good guys died. There was a couple Griffins on there too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think wasn't that last year?
I think so, or the year before. It was really
Right.
sad. Those guys were real young.
Yeah, it was a very, very sad, tragic story. But it wasn't an entire team, no.
It wasn't? I thought
No,
it was.
I don't think so. I could be wrong. I think it was it was one of the European national teams, I think.
Okay.
but
something
I
like
don't know that all of
remember
them
the name,
perished.
but it seemed like it was the whole team because then they even did a memorial where where they skated out their pitcher or something.
Yeah, it might have been.
I could be wrong.
Touching. It was pretty touching.
Yeah.
So I know he was a Griffin, and I can't remember his name for the life of me. So.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate the call there,
Thanks
buddy.
for the call, man. All right, what happened? It was a crash in September of 2011. 3 Griffins did die. It was a Russian national team where 43 people died, and 3 of them were Griffins. I think 2 of them were former Red Wings players too. So yeah, very sad. But
Wow.
So
what about the other sports? You talked about the NBA. You talked about the NFL.
And that's what
No baseball contingency?
Yeah. NBA and Major League Baseball, both. The team would get to draft players off the other teams. And then the NFL, you basically you just get the number. Congratulations, your entire team died. You get the number 1 pick in the NFL draft.
Could we have the relievers on a plane for the Tigers anywhere?
Well, hopefully they told their wives, "I love you" before they left.
Yeah.
Oh, see. It's another one of these lessons that Dave's going to have to learn
That's
over
right.
time.
We'll teach him.
He's coming into this. He's coming into this age
married.
where he's thinking he's not getting married.
No,
he's thinking it's
not going to happen.
No.
Is it going to come along? Somebody's going to come along and make a liar out of him.
Perhaps.
Yeah?
I don't know. At this age, you're kind of stuck in your groove and
Exactly.
you don't want to change. And I have friends who've gotten married later in life, and it's not without its adjustments.
Maybe when I'm 68.
Maybe.
That's what I'm looking at. 68. That
as
sounds
long
like
as you
a good
still
time.
have those biceps and those abs, you're fine.
Thank you.
And you're still hanging around college night?
Come here, honey. Here's a new prank that's it's cruel but hilarious.
All right.
I don't like this at all, personally. But kids are texting their parents, quote, "Got 2 grams for $40." Now, in other words, they're pretending that they meant to text a drug dealer and accidentally texted their parents.
Yeah.
That's what they're pretending. Now their parents freak out on cue, and then they just post the reaction online. Kids are doing this all over the place now.
Well, a good parent would be their friend online.
exactly.
And would see it and then immediately shut their Facebook down.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, seriously. Max ever does that to me, he's off. You're out.
That's
No,
right.
you're off the grid,
And I'm
son.
taking your phone
Yep.
and the keys to the car.
And no peanut butter cups. You don't get those either.
Looks like Blanche's kids are going to have a rough bunch of teen years. And
They're not pushing anything over me.
Blanche, I think, in all honesty, this might require some shut up money on my part because I've known you for a while. And if you start trying to pull the strings on the kids, I could go back in the record books and show them a time or two that maybe Mom wasn't quite making the same decision she's preaching.
No, Andy, let's not be rash.
Get the checkbook out. I got a basement that needs to be fixed.
Let's the News brought to you by Coca-Cola. The Cinco de Mayo. Bring home the fiesta and enjoy ice-cold Coca-Cola with Mission tortilla chips and new and improved Mission Super Soft Tortillas. That's Let's the News on 98.7 WFGR.
The lovely and talented Blanche, thank you once again for stopping in. Is there any friends you'd like to say hi to today or anything?
Any friends that I'd like to say
Go
hi
ahead.
to?
You got a friend
Give
or
a
two
shout
listening.
out.
I do what?
You got a friend or two listening.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Like,
I have a lot of friends. Chris Haima. I'm going to say hi to Chris. He's my biggest fan.
He's Dave's biggest
And
fan
he's
now,
Dave's
too.
biggest fan.
Hey, Chris. All right, there you go.
Thank you
is
for
in the
having
air.
me again. This
Yes,
was real
you
fun.
bet. We appreciate it. How about something nice? Sitting on the dock of the bay. It is on 98.7 WFGR. Happy Friday, everybody.